no one really expected anything of me, but because I expected so much of myself, and I didn't at the time think that I had the right, not right, I didn't have
President,
the
listen to my
support
bag.
that I needed, that Megan needed at that time to execute races that were necessary to get through, even though I had the talent and the training. You know, if I just stuck to my guns and did what I had to do, did what I could do, I would have been able to make that final. But, you know, that's the thing with the races that run on paper. You know, you have to have the mental fortitude. You have to have the capacity to say the right things and do the right things in the right moment. So that was Brazil for Megan.
Okay, and I think it was good preparation.
Absolutely.
So subsequent to Brazil, well, fast forward, I know you got to the Pan Am Games in 2019,
Yes.
and you had a bronze medal there.
Yes.
So that was good preparation. And how did you feel about that, and what, how prepared going into this year's Olympics for that?
That was exciting. It was my first international senior gold medal. It wasn't fully international, I think it's regional, but it was still a senior medal that it was a senior medal that I did not have before, and so that was pretty exciting. I felt like a little weight was off my shoulders getting that medal because I've been doing this for so long with little to, in my opinion, with little to show for it. So I was pretty happy when I got that bronze medal at Pan Am.
Okay, excellent. So the big times, 2021, personal best 12.53, and in Tokyo, you did it, you medal. Walk us through the preparation for that race and the race itself and the aftermath, which we all saw.
uh, for Japan, it was just about executing the races that I knew that I was preparing for the whole year, my whole life, basically. I had the best team around me constantly. I had the best team around me constantly. And so I had everything I needed at the right time that I needed. And so I was, you
You
know,
know,
preparation was just about
the
doing what
devil is a
needed to be done at the right
wait.
time. And thank God I was able to do that.
Excellent. All of us were excited, and I recall at the end of the race, they took some time to determine the positioning. Yeah, what was going through your mind at the time?
I hope we get a medal. Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, as I said, the entire Jamaican was just up in arms because, again, you know, people were like, this one was out of the blue, right? You
Yes.
would have known
Again.
better that based on preparation, you could have done it, but a lot of people thought that. And one of the things that impressed me was your expression of gratitude, you know. I don't know who you never thank, but yeah, but you know, talk to me about that gratitude spirit and you know, all of those who assisted in your journey and how you feel about them. Yeah.
My mother, Marva Gordon Bonner, always insisted that I thank anybody who was even 10 meters close to me that might have done something for me. And so I carried that throughout my life because I understand that being grateful for people and for the energy that they put into you and for the different things that they give to you is essential in life. It opens a lot of doors. Gratitude opens a lot of doors. And so I personally uh, do it a lot because I know the benefits that come from it. Um, yeah, and a lot of people, it wasn't just me. To see Megan on the track in 2021 wasn't Megan alone. I couldn't have done it alone. I had a lot of people helping me. And you're saying you don't know who I forgot to thank. I forgot to thank many people actually because it was a community. And I know that people, it wasn't easy. It wasn't an easy feat for them to help me, but they did. And for that, I am eternally grateful. We got a bronze medal, not me.
But for Tokyo, I mean, it was a tough time. It's not normally Olympics. It was a pandemic Olympics and all of that. And, you know, even though we are still going through it, you know, how was it for you and how was the team vibe in the Jamaican camp?
It was at the start before we actually got to Japan and the JOA contingent that was in Japan before we got there when they were giving us back the information, all that we needed to travel, all that we needed to get into Japan. It was a little bit overwhelming, but because we had them there and them telling us and being able to prepare beforehand was essential. And we got to do that. So when I got there, it wasn't that bad. You know, Japan did a marvelous job in putting together this Olympics. I can just imagine what it would have been like without the pandemic. Ooh, people are saying that even through COVID, this Olympic was one of their top Olympics. People who have been to many different Olympic games. And I personally knew that Japan would have came through because I went to Yokohama as the introduction said, and it was a marvelous experience. Japan is just, and so I knew that they would put together something great for the Olympics, and they absolutely did. The energy in the camp was great. You know, I had the support and the camaraderie that was necessary, and so yeah.
Excellent. Glad to hear that. So you are now a national treasure. You are now somebody we are looking up to. Right? And yeah, your name is out there now. And so there's no turning back. Give me a little crystal ball look into the future. Give me a little thought process. What next? What's the next 2, 3, 4 years for Megan?
With all that is happening in the world right now, one step at a time, one breath at a time. I have this joke where people in 2020, everybody was saying 2021 is going to be my year. You know, I'm looking forward to 2021. Great. And then 2021 happened. The pandemic is still around, still can't travel. Everything is such a hassle. So 2022 now, nobody's saying it. Everybody is just, let's take our time, go into 2022. You know, we have our expectations, but we're just, not waking up any sleeping giants that might, So for Megan, it's just taking it one step at a time, one breath at a time, because I realize that it can get a bit overwhelming when you have a goal, when you have something, when you're looking forward to something, and then everything just changes, And so taking it one step at a time, noting the important dates, noting the important activities that need to be done, but one step at a time to get to those things.
We still can look forward to a gold or a silver.
We're working towards it. We are working towards it.
All right, very, very, very good. Now, Megan, as I said before, we have a lot of youngsters online, especially from your school, St. Andrew, and I have to make sure I get this right. And this pandemic, it's challenging. Lots of times people feel down. And we just spoke about goals. You have certainly had your own hurdles, apart from the hurdles on the track. Give those youngsters some advice. Tell me, what do you say to them to motivate them in the face of this pandemic and drive?
Wow. This is the first time any of us is experiencing this pandemic, we're experiencing a world with a pandemic. And so I do not have the keys, to tell you, okay, this is the way to maneuver it. But what I can tell you is that curating your space, ensuring that the people you have around you uplift you is very important. You can have friends who don't necessarily want to see you win. And Jamaican people always say, tell me who your friends are and I can tell you who you are. That is really true. You if you have 4 friends that are smart people, you'll be the fifth smart person. If you have 4 time wasters, you'll be the fourth time waster. You curating your space is very important because the people who you surround yourself with, they are who you become. So that's the first thing. Second thing is never ever give up. It's going to be hard. Absolutely everything is hard. In my opinion, it doesn't get easier. It doesn't get easier. It's the same thing basically over and over. Hardship, you get over it, you win, and then you're back into another issue, back into another problem. What it is you set the goals, you set what it is you want to attain, and you just work towards it. You keep working towards it, even when it doesn't seem like it's possible, because there are lots of times when I literally had to say to myself, no, you're it's possible. It's yeah, you don't have a choice. You have to keep pushing. Don't stop. Keep pushing because Trust me, just this year alone was filled with so many challenges, so many. Just 2 weeks before trials, if you said to anybody in my team, track and field wise, if Megan would win at the trials, they'd be like, eh, win is kind of, it's kind of out of reach, but we do feel like she has the opportunity to make the team. But I went and I won because I didn't give up. I saw that it was going to be hard. I saw that the tools that I was using at that particular time weren't necessarily working. So I changed or I twisted or I turned or maneuvered uh, where I was and what I had to do, and it worked out. So don't ever feel like you're too stuck or you're too young or you're too old to change or to be better or to improve or to attain your goal. Because with the right people around you, with the right environment, with the right resources, I believe that anything is possible.
Thank you for that, Megan. And my fellow K1 you listen. You're not too old. That part is for you. That part is for you, right? You're not too old, to make a change and a difference. You know what I mean? Uh, Megan, one of the things you're popular for now is your vivacious personality. Vibes. You know what I mean? Nicki Minaj, DJ style, rap style. You know what I mean? Tell me about some of that. Give me a little line. Yes. And I can be in it with you, I used to do it at university too. So,
So to tell you the truth, my brother is actually a rap artist.
Oh.
Yes, so he's a rap artist. I've been around rap all life. But Nicki Minaj just has certain lyrics that resonate with me a lot because I'm always, or I feel like I'm always on a journey to achieve something. And if you listen to most of her lyrics, it always has something in there to say, okay, I'm here now, but I'll be there. It's gonna happen. It's happening now, and so I can always resonate with that. And
Yeah.
I can't rap right. I'm sorry.
No, but I'm not going to run off with you, because I'm going to rap with you.
Okay, no, you start. You start, and then I join.
All right. All right.
Oh
You have a
Lord.
drum.
Oh Lord.
So I'm going to DJ. When I was on campus at UWI, I used to DJ. So I used to get some tough exams. So one day I made up a nice little DJ on the tax rhythm. You know, tax rhythm? To doom, to doom.
Yes, yes.
So I made up a lyrics that go like this. It have to be done. But then I had the exam, them have to be done. Otherwise, me a fire. I was fire. Me I go mash things down. I make no lecturers run up and down.
Hey, hey.
Me come at you if you do a degree, sir. Don't and not sign learn about computer. So right today,
You want the fan?
lecture. Me do no project
turn on the
and
fan.
term paper.
Hey,
Exam coming at the June quarter. Me
hey.
go a exam with me calculator. Along with me pen and a long ruler. But in a exam, me feel like a stranger. The question them not familiar. So me do. Me hold up me and call invigilator. Me tell him that me think me in the wrong center. Him ask me if my name is Cooper Fire. In look pan him and me say yes, mister. Him say, well, sir, that is your paper. That was set by your lecturer. Them a lecturer ramp with my future. We should have charged them for murder. All right, so that's my part. Popo.
Came prepared, man. You can't.
No.
I am not as listen. I am not as prepared as you. I could hurdle on a whim, but
Yeah.
not so much DJ.
No, that's
You
all
did
right.
it for me. You did it for me. You did. Wow, that was great. That was great. Big
But,
up yourself.
Meg, you have to give me 2 lines, man. No, I hear you do it on TV.
I don't have any lines. I don't have any lines that original lines like you.
Doesn't have to be. Just
Oh.
2 lines, I heard you the 2 nice lines from south side or something like that. Remember?
No, I dubbed a sentence out of it.
All right, do the sentence. Just the sentence. All right. I'm working with you now. Meg, I work with you, man. I know you're full of the vibe. So just give me the sentence.
The pressure.
we had a deal, Ah!
So hold on. So
Yeah.
you're telling me
Uh-huh.
that I need to start preparing rap when I go to interviews because I'll be put on the spot.
No, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, in this company here, you're one of us, and
Listen,
yeah.
you're setting a bad precedent because
No,
I
no, no,
don't do this.
no, 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 no. Just between us. Hey, all I know online know this is confidential, right? I don't want to talk about this outside of this, right? Have a little deal. I will not do more than a little sentence. All right?
Oh, wow. Uh, okay. This night just reminds me of everything they deprived me of. Put your drinks up. It's a celebration every time we link up. We just did anything they could think of. Greatness is what we're on the brink of.
Paul. Boy, I tell you. Can Miss Paulette, can you imagine if she was prepared? Yeah, I mean. Megan just saying this not prepare for this, man. This wasn't part of the arrangement. Anyway, I know you're a good fun. And really, all of us here do admire you. And, really want to commend you for your achievements and your stick-to-itiveness and your real Jamaican persona. You saying bold took it and boy, you take it up and, really represent us. So at this point in time, President, I want to open the floor as I'm sure there are some others, just for maybe a few questions or comments you want to share with Megan, both online or in the house. Can facilitate that, Director? I don't want everybody to feel like, Leighton is only him must talk to celebrity, you know what I mean? An opportunity like this, people are hearing it, you know what I mean?
All right, so who are we going to go to first? Anybody?
From the TV. Friends,
any
questions from the audience?
Anybody want to make any comments or any questions?
And we are going online, especially I like to hear from the youngsters online.
Hello. Oh boy. Hold on. Hello. Fix this back.
All right.
All right, good evening.
Hello, good evening. I'm a student from Exeter High School. My name is Farron McNutt. I would like to ask, what do you do about the bump in the roads? I'm talking about like the people them that give you negative comments that said you're not gonna go there. Have we all been there? Family members, friends, even teachers that said you're not gonna make it. What do you do about them?
Okay, so have you ever heard about the story of the donkey who was of no more use to his master? So the master decided to terminate the donkey's life. The master dug a hole and put the donkey in a bit to cover him with the dirt that he dug out of the hole to kill the donkey. The donkey realized what was happening and he said, okay, I'm not of use to you, but it's not my time yet. I have more left in me. And so anytime the master threw the dirt on the donkey's back, he shook it off and trod on it. And then the master threw more, shook it off, trod on it, threw more, and it went on until the same dirt that was supposed to, or that was, yeah, supposed to be used to kill the donkey actually elevated him and saved him. The same bad comments, the same negative vibes, the negative comments, all of those things, you see them as bad, you see them as negative, but they can be stepping stones used to better you and to get you to a better place. So for me, when I hear negative comments, intrinsically it creates a fire in me that says, no, okay, you think I can't do this, you're gonna watch me do it and do it well. They no one is God, no one knows the future, no one knows your capabilities, not even you. So if you have a goal, you have a dream in your heart, and it is what you want to do, and you feel it burning deep inside you, You can't allow anybody's opinion to deter you. You have to keep going. You have to keep pushing. It's going to be hard. It's going to sometimes look like it's impossible and like they are winning and that everything that they said is coming true. But don't keep pushing. I promise you, keep pushing and it will happen. So yeah, don't let them get to you.
Excellent. Turn the negatives into positive. Yeah,
Ooh, I got a clap.
you got plenty. Trust me. Yes, excellent question and excellent answer. All of us can use that response at times. Director, any more questions online? They could put it in the chat or they could ask, whichever they choose. In the meantime, fellow Kiwanans in on site, anybody have any comments, any questions? If you said I can paraphrase for our virtual audience.
I
All right.
agree. I agree. I
They
agree.
might take me for Papi show. It's all right. It's all wrong with it.
It was a really good song. It was a really good song. A story, beginning, climax, ending. Beautiful.
I thank you, man, but we're not going back.
It's funny, you know. It's funny.
Yes.
You probably could talk about how to work it.
So the
The
question
question
I'm
is
gonna ask of Megan is how,
I'm just saying this for the virtual audience. And how did she manage balancing, when to utilize her degree and how to train and, prepare? How did she balance? Over to you, madam.
It was rough. It was extremely rough, but I give it to my give it to my give it
Whoa.
You good?
Hold on. Go again.
Right. I have to give it to my friends, Shannon, Namiko, Isis, Shanique, big up on yourselves. If it was not for you guys, Melisha, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did, graduate UTech, as well as compete in the Olympics in the same year. It was hard, but knowing that I had friends who had my back despite everything else. I was at training while they were getting homework. They would tell me what the homework was or tell me that we had an assignment or, put me in their group when it was group time and we would all work towards getting all the projects done. But they understood that, okay, Megan is not just an athlete, she's also not just a student, she's also an athlete. And they never made me feel bad about it. They were always supportive and they always had my back. And I didn't have to at the time I didn't have to worry whether I was going to miss something because I know that if there was anything important happening, they would let me know about it. So Shannon, I know you're watching. Thank you so much, Mama. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I guess the message, good friend better than pocket money.
Very, very, very much. Very much.
All right, thank you, Megan, for your response. I have one here online. It says, maybe you mentioned, but is your husband your official coach? And how do you balance the relationship? But
No, that's fine. It's a usual question. That's a usual one. Matthew is my assistant coach. So my head coach, I call him, is Philip Onpride, who lives in Austria, but I live in Jamaica. And so for we needed someone to execute the program. My husband was also an athlete at the time in 2019, and we're having trouble finding that liaison person between Austria and Jamaica. And he just stepped up and said, you know what? I realize that we need somebody and I am available. I'm going to have to stop running, but I believe in you and I believe in your capabilities. And so I will take up that job and help you to achieve that goal, help us to achieve that goal. And that's what happened there. That's who Matty is in the coaching realm for Megan. How the relationship works. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, it works. It works. Matty is more laid back when it comes to the personality. And so most of the time he'll just let Megan do what Megan not wants to do, but he doesn't like with me most of the time. And when we do clash, we have Philip in Austria who can WhatsApp and say, Coach, this is situation. Which one is right? We don't tell him who said what, or who wants to do what. We just say which one is right. And then he'll say that situation and that situation. And then whoever wins is happy. Yeah, so that's the relationship.
Okay. It's nice when your husband can say, I am available. You hear that, gentlemen?
You hear that, gentlemen? Yeah.
Talking to them in a nice not to teach them, but to learn them something tonight.
Listen, man, them don't care about you.
No, no, man. We have your back. Any questions from the audience? Any other questions in the chat? You can either put your question in the chat and may take about 2 more. Put chat on one after that. Oh yes, I see one here. Lord, yeah, Mr. Plenty. Where do you train and what are some tips you would give to young athletes?
I train all over. I am a nomad, as I call it right now. I'm back and forth between Austria and Jamaica, and maybe some other places as well. Only God knows for now. And how do you, some tips for athletes? Hmm, some tips for athletes. Don't give up. Very important. Try to stay or try best to be healthy, to stay healthy, and listen to your coach. A lot of times we feel like we know best because we know our bodies and we can feel our bodies. But our coaches are people who studied the art of track and field, studied the sport of track and field, put in hours, put in time, put in blood, sweat, tears into learning, to honing their craft as coaches. And so they'll know a little bit more than you do, you know? So listen to them. And if your high school coach said it to the 5, the 6.
Yeah, I know. Interestingly, now that you're at that point though, Megan, diet. Some of us inside there really can do with some proper diet. I know you signed with that. It was a plant-based company recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for the benefit of my big belly friends inside here, I can say that, you don't have to worry about that. You can't do me nothing. Right? So
It's all him, not me.
but on a serious note, no, we play hard, and our team tries it. But for you, I mean, your diet restricted, and what's the routine in terms of that?
That's a very interesting question for me right now because my body's actually changing. So, as you get older, your body begins to do things that it wasn't doing before and stops doing things that it was doing before. So before I could eat anything, I didn't have a diet, I didn't have anything. I just ate food and I would stay at one weight or fluctuate between one weight for the whole year. Now I will run away and get weighty if I don't curb. So right now I'm actually in between a vegan diet and just eating as healthy as possible. So I find that eating a lot of vegetables and less carbohydrates helps with weight. It keeps you slim and trim, nice. So if you want, you can. I'm not a dietitian, and I've just started to really think about food, so you don't have to take my advice. But what I've done and what I've seen work for me is eating more vegetables, eating more salads with protein and less carbohydrates, significantly less carbohydrates.
That was mainly for you. Hope it works. I have another one in the chat here, man. Do you plan on coaching after you finish track and field? E.P. Roberts from Johan Stubber.
Hi, VP Robert. Coaching. I might not do the physical coaching because I don't think I have put in the time to actually learn anything other than my event. However, I do believe that I will be available to mentor other young athletes mentally, most importantly, mentally, and other people, just normal everyday people. I'd love to coach, life coach, and motivate and stuff like that. So not necessarily physical coaching, but definitely mental.
Exactly. That's so well for the Q and guest. Um, Megan, I said to you, I said before, I really admire you, your tenacity, your vibe, you know. You're just a motivator, you're just an inspiration to us. You know what I mean? And you know, I certainly, on behalf of all here, want to wish you nothing less than endless blessedness. All
Thank
the
you.
best for the future. I know the best is yet to come. Remember, me tell you, the best is yet to come. Them sing them say anything I talk here, my word. They'll see what is to come. So thank you very much for sharing with us. We feel very special to have the honor of hosting you tonight. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Over back to you now, President.
Thank you so much, moderator and our guest speaker. What a inspiring presentation. I'll invite us to just thank you so much. I'm going to I really enjoyed the engagement, the discussion. We could dub it conversation with Megan. Um, I'm sure conversation with Megan will never get stale or bored. You'll never get bored. I'm going to invite our president-elect, Derek, to do the official vote of thanks.
Evening again, Collector Warning. It's a pleasure for me to stand here. So again, on behalf of the president, on behalf of the on behalf of the president and men of the Kiwanis of North Central, it is indeed a pleasure for me to say thank you for sharing with us this evening, spending your time with us. Um, Somebody should have warned you that Fire is our resident DJ. He should have told you, yes. So I was hoping that you would challenge him to a 50-yard dash outside and then see how it worked out. But him get to this time. Yeah, him get to this time. But thank you very much again for being here. I mean, you've always been an inspiration. You'll always be an inspiration. I mean, whenever you walk into a room, you bring with you a whirlwind of energy, and it's infectious. I don't like to use that word in times like these, but that's how your energy is. And we thank you for being here. I want to wish you all the best for the future. I know you have big things planned. I know there are big things planned for you. So I just want to wish you all the best for the future. And I'm hoping that you'll find the time to share with us at some other point in time in this field. Thank you very much.
Okay, we are coming down, coming down. So put your hands together one more time for our guest speaker. Wonderful. We'll take any announcements online. Uh, any announcements online, please place them in the chat. While you're doing that, I'll invite VP Winston to come with the Sarge. Let's welcome the Sarge. No, do better than that. Let's welcome the Sarge.
Ooh. Thank you very much, President Dwayne. You know, in this club, you always hear a man like DP Bar say, "I them man if you ask to do things." P. Derek, stand up. You heard the vote of thanks, right? And them money if we use the vote of thanks, because them not turn second guest speaker. Just pay $200 and sit down. PP Dudley, if you notice a fire, you notice when you come up here a while ago, or you move fast. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, you can have a seat. Tuan and sorry, long time we not see you, man. It take Megan to come a meeting. All right, we not see you a long time. Just $500. Where the treasurer Oshin, come collect the club money, man. President. Earlier, I saw Director John. Can anybody see Director John? Him tell me not there. So in his absence, can you collect $300 from him? Because him not here. Kiwani and Sowin. Kiwani and Sowin. Can you stand so that the new members can know you? That is so yeah. Right. P. Derek, you knew Sowin? You knew the name, right? So Sowin, right? And yeah, Dr. Sowin, right? And he has been with us longer than I have been in this club. And I've been in this club 21 years, right? Welcome back, sir. Good to see you. But give the treasurer $500. And that's a discounted fine, right? I'll ask Dudley to collect the rest. DP Kingsley, you stand up, man. You could have wear a pretty shirt like this evening, and the president couldn't see you. You know him try hide from your president. But when you call him the DP Kingsley, him try bend down and hide. Right? In this light, with that color, you can't hide. Okay. You're filming the collection so that the treasurer not put any in his pocket, right? Yeah. DLGE Layton. You can stand up, huh? Not for me. Not for me, yeah. of all the things that you have done this evening, right? Because I don't know why it was thought that you could do only 50 meters. That's what you tell people that you can do now? That's what you're going to? Okay. All right. Just pay $1,000 discounted by 500 and have a seat. Young Kiwan and Rishon, you stand up, man, out of order. Fellow Kiwanians, you know I am the server at Meals and Wheels, right? When food cook, and I even assisted in cooking this time around. And you know, young Kiwan and Rishon came by and him said, DP, I know, so you serve, right? Him said, you can't put 2 spoons of rice in a box. You have to put 3 or 4. And little did he knew that there was vegetable, there was meat, and there was pasta. Right? You see, his experience do this. Right? So when you attempted to put pasta in the box, you know it couldn't hold nothing else. Right? You pay $200 and sit down and learn from me. Right? I'm the veteran. You know, DP Franklin, you stand up, man. Because you can't start things or you can't continue. Stand up, man. You know, for quite a while, I've been a Sarge. And over the last 2 years, every time I give a joke, either somebody says a joke from long time or with the joke there. And DP Franklin sent me a joke, the one I use where everybody laugh and clap. I know him not send me no more. You pay 500. You must start anything that you can finish. Send me a joke for next week because I don't have none for next week. Yeah. Dudley, you invited a Kiwana that we have not seen in a long time. Him still in the room? No, the one that I'm talking about. You see him?
Pass the Mr. Norman.
No. No, man. Him have little more position than that.
He's the
He's the
latest
latest
PVP.
CVP. You never know that.
No,
PVP
no.
Norman. Could you answer? It's good that you're here this evening, and I'm sure you learned something, right? Because you're supposed to can run after the little people them on campus to get trouble now, right? You can catch them, right? You pay, President, how much should I charge this PVP? Okay, and did I call on DP Barry? DP Barry. Is who the informer on this a while ago? Can somebody inform me about the informer? Oh yeah. What should I charge Barry? 500, yeah. And you, if you notice, Barry go on like nobody else now have grand picnic. Not me. Because every week him send a different picture of the grand picnic, and the picnic grow by 2 years, right? So, Chairman David. Chairman David. Okay, just before Chairman, PP Dennis, you stand up, man. Or Chairman David. Said that Meals and Wheels. There was a lady somewhere about you. Can you tell the club who's that lady?
My wife was here.
Huh?
My wife.
Your wife or your life? Which one?
Both.
Okay. Both. Okay. She was out of your side for a little while. Where you thought she was?
I knew where she was.
Okay. But you know, give no at the time hot. Carrying wife, switch off the vehicle engine and leave her in the vehicle.
That is not,
We don't operate like that in Q1. So.
not true.
Dave and I had to take her in the vehicle that had AC for her to be pulled out. You pay 500 and sit down. I don't say anything. If you say anything, you're in trouble. Can you pay 500 and sit down? Right? Remember, she was in the vehicle, so we had a discussion with her. PP Dudley, you see anybody else coming to the meeting? You know, all right, sit down. Don't sit down. Don't talk. Nobody knows they reach. Then I was waiting to see Wayne, but we're not here yet. Thank you very much, President, because I did not have a joke for this evening.
Thank you, the usual. You're getting very known for not having any joke. Sarge. So we're gonna Treasurer, can you collect $300 from the Sarge, please? This is 1,000 discounted by 3. Okay, so I'll read the announcements in the chat quickly, and St. Andrew High School, I have to read this one so Olympian can hear. St. Andrew High School for Girls Key Club will be having their Christmas box and will be donating to the Annie Dawson Children's Home. They're looking for donation, non-perishable items, cleaning agents, school supplies, toys, etc. You can contact us at keyclub@sahs.edu.jn, or you can contact us at DP Paul. So on is our friends across borders inviting us to their scheduled meeting. Guest greetings from across the world, from our Christmas table rather, on December 23rd. SLP, UCC Circuit. Admin here will be night on Sunday. And 14 boys home, and that's a home underneath Mustard Seed community. As you know, the boys at that home were born with HIV/AIDS, and so we want to prepare a transitional home for them so that they can become positive citizens, and that really can contribute to national development. Our monthly church service this Sunday at Tower Missionary Church. Inviting all members to attend. The link will be provided, and a few of us will be able to join as well. Okay, those are the key announcements. The chairman for membership want to meet quickly the announcement for PLG competition.
All right, thank you very much, President. Good evening again, Kiwanians. Just to apprise you quickly that the PLG competition will close off actually tomorrow. So after tomorrow, outside of the play night, we will not be tabulating as it relates to points. Please be reminded that the awards ceremony will be on December 30th. The categories will be posted in our general WhatsApp group. So you will not get any additional information as it relates to points at this point. It's a surprise. So let's see what happens come December 30th. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Looking forward to the surprise. Again, dues due. So if you have not yet paid the dues, please do so. Quickly, I invite Vice Chairman David to come and do the thought for the week and invocation. Then we will the benediction, and I invite everyone to stand for the termination.
The Marcus Garvey thought for today is, I will teach the black man to see beauty in his own kind and stop bleaching his skin and otherwise looking like what he is not. That is the thought for today. Join me as we go in our meeting with the benediction. May the good Lord that has kept us and guided us through our meeting continue to be with us as we travel home and to our separate abodes. May He continue with those of us who are currently online with us and keep you at peace, keep you safe, and keep you good way. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us in our guest speaker night meeting. This was such a wonderful meeting. Thank you, Mrs. Tapper and Madam Paula. It was so good having you. I didn't hear, I didn't see Poverty primarily. They just texted anything in the chat tonight, but I know they're looking forward to seeing you and hearing from you. All right, this meeting of the Kiwanis Club of North St. Andrews is now terminated.